The last few vlogs are only like 3 minutes long, I realized. And I'd rather them be like 5 or 6 minutes, but I keep forgetting to film stuff. So today I'll try to remember because I want more to look back on, and like 2 minutes doesn't really show anything. So throughout the whole Camino so far, I just think about how hard it would be to bike, because literally look at this path, and I just saw a biker just passed me walking his bike, and people are always doing that. Like, I'm like, why would you bike on this? And then their bike is so heavy to push because they have all their gear like strapped onto it as well. So I'm like, I don't know. I would rather walk it personally. I've been walking alongside this gate of crosses, and they actually have these like every other day, I feel like. I thought it was super cool the first time, but now I see them all the time. But yeah, it's been going on for like a mile or something, which is crazy. I always joke about how heavy my backpack is because of my food, and people don't realize that I literally carry so much food. But it's okay because I didn't bring any like clothes or toiletries, and I'd rather have food, so that's my justification. I bought this pack of yogurt yesterday. It's like soy yogurt, and I thought it would be good because it was good when I bought it last time. But I bought a different kind, and there's no sugar in it. It's literally just like soy and water and preservatives, and so it's kind of gross. Then when I mix it with like cookies and fruit and stuff, it isn't that bad. So I'm doing that right now while I sit in this field. And it's labeled vegetable dessert, so I was like, oh sweet. I like vegetables, I like dessert, but it's misleading. Do not buy it. It is not a dessert. Hiking up this mountain all day. That's so cool. So I've reached the CRUZ de Ferro, which means the Iron Cross, and it's like very important. I don't know why, but everyone throws their rocks here, so if they carry them from St. Jean or wherever they started, they can leave them here instead of in Santiago. I just met a man from Austria, and he was on that bus I just showed, and they have a big group of people. It's like 20 of them, and they are taking a bus. It's like a 9-day Camino, and they just hit all the major cities, and then they stop at all the big landmarks. So kind of cheating, but you know. Everyone's been hyping up that cross for this whole trip, and it was like not a big deal. I was picturing like a huge cross, and it's like this really big pole with a tiny little cross at the top. But I mean, it's cool, I guess. I didn't have a rock to give because I have one rock, but I'm still holding on to it, and I didn't bring anything from home. I didn't really know about that before I left, so now I'm just walking all alone. Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy. This wind is really good. So I left my group of people in the last city, and I'm continuing on to the next city, which is 4 kilometers away. And yeah, so today in total I would have done 30K, which is like a good distance. But if there are no beds in the next city, then I have to go to the next city, which that would be a long day, like 37 kilometers. But yeah, it's already 4 p.m., so it's kind of late, and the next city only has 30 beds, and there's 1 albergue. So it might be full, and I hope it's not, but it might be. So my whole predicament right now is that at the end of every day, after I've done like 20-something kilometers, I feel like I could go a lot farther. Not a lot, but like maybe an extra 5 or something. And I keep hanging on to the same people because I just like, it's easier, I don't know. But I think I want to just start doing what I want to do and go wherever I want to go, whenever I want to go, which is what I was doing in the beginning. I don't know, it's like not as fun, but it's more liberating. And then if I finish earlier, then I'll have more time at the end to do other traveling, which I would like to do. So if I finish even like 2 days earlier, then I'm on track to do right now. Then I have like a whole week when I finish, and then I can go to the coast. I can go to like Finisterre or Murcia or something, or I can go anywhere else in Spain. I don't know, depending on what I want to do. But I like the idea of having the freedom at the end of this. So I'd like to push a little bit more each day. This is my perfect like walking / running, being outside weather. It's exactly 60 degrees, and it's like super sunny out and windy, and it is so nice. And I'm like, oh, I hate how cold it is in the mornings, but then it means that it'll be colder in the afternoon. Like before, it would be like 55 when I would leave, and then like 85 in the afternoon, and that is like so hot with the sun and everything. But now it's kind of okay because I suffer for like 2 or 3 hours in the morning of being cold, and then the whole rest of the day is so beautiful. There are so many windmills on all these mountains. It's awesome. Also, I would like to just say that it is 10 times more enjoyable walking without having my knee hurting or like having a blister or something, because feel like it was just slowing me down, and it was so annoying because I could only focus on my knee. Like when I was talking to someone, I would just be like, ow, 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 in the back of my head the whole time. And then like hills and like downhills was the worst, and then like stairs in the albergue. Anyways, I have not had that in a few days, and it's like actually the best few days of the entire trip. It's so much better. Makes a huge difference. And I feel like I'm able to walk farther. Like today I wanted to walk farther. I'm like, okay, cool, I can do it because I'm not hurting myself doing that. And it's so nice. So my pants look like by the end of the day, because I just use it as like a napkin, and then I walk through stuff, and yeah, it's kind of gross. For the past week, I was in the Meseta, which means plateau, and that was like the flat, just like straight dirt road through fields. And I was like, I don't mind it. I kind of like the flat roads. Like, yeah, the Meseta's pretty cool. And then I really forgot what hiking was like, because this is so much better with like mountains and rocks and like change of scenery and stuff. It is so much better. I'm just sitting here literally in the middle of the road, eating some food, you know, my lettuce and my pasta. And just a little disclaimer is that I actually do eat good food while I'm here. I just show the gross food because I think it's funny. But like this, for example, I think is good. So it does not bother me. Also, I'm so hungry all the time that I don't really care what I eat. And like, I'm not picky at all as long as it's vegan food, you know? So like, yeah, I eat a lot of food, so it's okay if half of it is bad, you know? So I'm walking down this really rocky, steep path, and I just passed a lady who had fallen and twisted her ankle, and she like really didn't want help, so I like left her after a couple minutes. But yeah, I need to be really careful, so I'm trying to walk super slowly right now. So I see this sign for this seemingly fancy albergue. It's like an albergue hotel. It's only 10 euros. It's 1,200 meters away, which is like awesome. And it has all this cool stuff like hydrotherapy and a pool and a mini market. And I'm like thinking about going there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Geld.
Okay, push up, push up.
Well, today was a very long day. It's like 10 o'clock right now, and I need to go sleep. I'm very tired, and I'm in this little gym right now. Pretty cool. But yeah, this is actually the coolest hostel ever. It is like 5-star. It's very cool. It has a pool and like aqua therapy or hydrotherapy, whatever it's called, and like free foot massages and stuff. It's very nice. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna hang out here, sleep in tomorrow, hopefully, because you can't even leave until 7, which means people won't be getting up at 5 o'clock like they usually do. So I can sleep in and then have a shorter day tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna stretch here because my muscles are very tight from walking for 24 miles, and then I will go to sleep. Good night, vlog.